everyone, my name is Ana Sani, and I am the voice of Emily, Veronica Venegas, and Crystal Blue, and you are watching BakuTalk.
Hello, brawlers, and welcome back to the BakuTalking Longer Podcast. I'm Haru, and joining me today, I got a special guest for you. She is known for her roles in My Little Pony, as well as the rebooted Strawberry Shortcake in the lead role, and also Angry Birds Summer of Madness. Both of those you can stream on Netflix right now, but most of you will know her as Emily Black, Magnus's little sister, the mysterious Crystal Blue, and also Leah's mom, Veronica Venegas. So here she is, multiple-time Actor Award-nominated actress, Miss Ana Sani. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on this. I've seen a lot of my colleagues and friends get interviewed by you, and so I'm really excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so honored that you guys watch, and thank you so much. I'm so honored that you can be on. Also, that's what you naturally sound like. Because I've seen so much of your work, and your voice always changes. That's always something different whenever you do voice work. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, no offense, by the way. I just never know what you naturally sound like because your voice, you have a wide range to your voice, to different characters. So I never know what you naturally sound like when you naturally talk.
Yeah, that's the biggest compliment you could ever give to a voice actor, so no offense taken at all. It's the best thing that I could ever hear, so thank you so much. Yeah, I try. I mean, there are definitely some characters where I'm looking to create a different voice or something a little alternate or something a little different, but for the most part I try and keep every character unique.
And that's amazing too. Every time you make a new character unique to your voice, you always fit in with that character very well.
Thank you so much.
Very big testament to your years of experience and all that.
Thank you. Yes, I have been voice acting for quite a long time now, so I really appreciate it. And keep the compliments coming, please. I'll take them all.
Well, congratulations on the 5th season of Bakugan.
I know. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. 5 seasons. It's pretty amazing. Just to be back, just be part of it every single year. It's just a fantastic, fantastic project. I love it so much.
Bakugan has been a really big thing that's been kept under wraps. As of the time of this recording, we still don't know much about Bakugan Legends coming out. That's the 5th season, and that's kept under wraps, and that's kept a secret, and everybody wants to know about it. Just no, at least little something about what we're gonna get and all that.
Well, I can't say anything.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
Oh, I really hope, and I'm pretty sure it will be.
Yeah.
But hopefully Crystal Blue or Emily is gonna show back up again in Legends. I'd probably think Veronica Venegas will probably show up again.
Yeah, probably. We'll see. Because
she's
I have a question for you, actually.
Oh yeah.
What do you like about Crystal Blue?
So I like that she has a mysterious aura around her. One of the things that really intrigued me about her was the fact that she shows up out of nowhere. She has the power to communicate telepathically with Bakugan.
Yeah.
But we know literally nothing about her, and it builds up the character where we want to know more, and we'll probably find out more. But right now they're just giving us the dip of the toe into the pool kind of thing. We're okay, she likes beans. She likes iced tea with no ice.
The beans episode? Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, the beans episode. I remember she was fighting Shun over beans.
Beans. I remember when we were in the booth with that one, I just kept looking over at the writers and the voice director, and I was just so what is happening? And they were oh, we just, we're exploring her love of beans. It's fantastic. Let's just give a little more energy here while she's fighting for the beans. I'm okay. Think about your favorite food, Anna. Go for it. So.
What is your favorite food, though?
For a very, very long time, this is very boring, but my favorite food for a very, very long time was pizza. Literally, pizza. Just anytime, any place, gooey cheese, pizza, thick crust dough. So good. And now it's even more boring. My literal favorite food is bread.
Bread. So like Italian bread, crusty bread, toast.
Italian bread is the bomb with extra butter, like buttery bread that, like, you know, when you pull it apart, it has a lot of that gluten.
Oh, yes. I mean, butter makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yes, it does.
I think like butter on anything would make it enjoyable. Like butter on Pop-Tarts, butter on muffins.
Butter on Pop-Tarts. I've never tried that. That's a good one.
I tried butter on Pop-Tarts a few times before because a few of my friends say, "Oh, put butter on Pop-Tarts. It'll make it better." And I'm like, "Okay." Cook the Pop-Tart up, put butter on it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. This makes it a lot more tolerable.
Yeah, that's true. Pop-Tarts, hit or miss for me. I think like the classic strawberry-filled Pop-Tarts are the best, and then the other ones are kind of weird.
Oh, one question about pizza, though. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
I am going to say yes. It's a yes for me. Oh, I see your face. You hate pineapple on pizza.
No, I actually like pineapple on pizza. Actually, I like anything on pizza. I even put fried red onions on pizza.
Yes.
And then pepperoni, obviously the classic.
Oh, always.
Pineapple on pizza. Has nobody heard of Hawaiian pizza? Like,
I know. Hawaiian best. But do you like anchovies on your pizza?
Oh, anchovies. I don't like anchovies in general, actually.
Me neither. That's a no for me.
Like, I won't judge people that put anchovies on pizza, but like anchovies, I don't actually eat.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I've never actually tried it on pizza, but the idea of it kind of makes me feel like I don't want to eat it. You know? Yeah.
It's like one of those where like there's a food that you don't like to eat, and you measure on something you do like to eat. I'm like, how does that make it better?
Yeah. I don't know.
So, you had such a long career, and going back through your career, I know you did voice work on Magic School Bus. You voiced a dog on Arthur. I remember that episode 2 of Arthur was Arthur and Arthur's Thanksgiving. That was the episode. I remember seeing that long time ago.
Yeah, I played Petunia's friend, and Petunia. I played Petunia. I was Petunia.
Yeah, you were Petunia. Your pals.
Petunia, yes.
Who made friends with Pal.
Yes, it was such an honor to be part of such a show that had such a legacy and that I grew up watching. To get that audition and then to audition for it and then get that call was a moment that I'll never forget, because I was like, wow, like it felt like a milestone for me, for sure. And so I felt very honored. Same with Magic School Bus. You know, I grew up watching those shows. So to be able to be part of them, even in a very small capacity, was just such a beautiful thing for me.
I grew up reading Arthur, like for school. We read lots of Arthur books, and I watched the show too. And I watched the show a lot of times, and just like Arthur has such a lasting legacy, because like it's over now, right? Because like Arthur, they finished it.
They did.
But now that it's finished, now people can go back and like watch every single Arthur show, and then they encounter your episode, and then and they're like, oh yeah. And I think I can liken the episodes where Pal talks to like Lightning's episode from Bakugan, where Lightning talks.
It was Lightning talks, which is so strange, but I love it. I love it. You get into the insight of the dog. It's wonderful.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Your first role in like Bakugan, was it Veronica Venegas or was it Emily? I think it'd probably be Veronica Venegas, right?
It was Veronica. Yeah. Which was really great. I auditioned for oh my gosh, the name is slipping me right now. I auditioned for another role in the series. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Oh my goodness. It'll come to
Leah.
It was not Leah. She had the pink hair.
Oh, China Riot.
Yeah. Yes. I auditioned for her, and that was really fun. But it obviously went to someone else. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing. So I ended up getting Veronica, and when I saw her picture, I was like, holy moly, Veronica's gorgeous. I was like, I want her hair all the time.
It's like vibrant blue hair and long.
She's so beautiful, and like she's wearing her beautiful little cut suits, and I love doing the reporter voice. It's just so much fun. So yeah, I went in and I think we did like 2 episodes. And then it just grew from there. And then after that, they were like, oh, we want you to audition for Emily. She's very sweet and a little shy and very, very kind and just loving. And so I gave them that kind of vibe in my audition. And they were like, oh, yeah, we love it. And then I did that. Oh, and you know what? Actually, before I did Emily, they cast me as Dee.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was Veronica, then Dee, then Emily. And then I did a bunch of incidental roles, and then Crystal Blue.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Dee was like part of the exit team.
That's right, the exit. That's right.
But she was like more so like kind of like a background character a little bit. But Veronica, she's like, not only she's Leah's mom, like a main character, like related to a main character, she's also a news reporter. So you're kind of guaranteed you're going to be like in the fallouts of like big events of episodes. But there are moments in like the show where like Veronica actually does get moments where like she actually has a very big supporting role in whatever is going on at the time, right? I remember she was like doing a news story on like the awesome ones, and they keep fighting for camera time and all that.
Yes, I remember that. And she's just like trying to get in all the time, and she's like, anyway. But then what's great about Veronica is she'll have her work life, but then we'll also see moments of her with Leah and her maternal side, which I think is really cute. Like, I think there was that one little YouTube special thing that came out where it was her and Leah, and she was talking about how Leah's so great at being a brawler and all of that, and Leah was like awkward, and she's like, Mom, stop, that kind of thing.
but very recently there was like evolutions where like Athena and Leah were teaming up, and at the end Veronica hugs Athena, and Athena just blushes.
Yeah, that was so cute.
It's like, oh my god, I thank you for being such a great friend to her and all that.
Yeah, it's so cute. I remember that.
Oh, one question though about Veronica.
Yes.
What happened to her husband?
We don't talk about Veronica's husband, Haru, okay? Just so you know. I have no idea. I don't know.
It's a trap. Trying to trap.
All I know is he's not there, okay?
Because there's a lot of theories and all sorts of like speculation about that. I think that was like one of the biggest ones ever since that episode with like Leah evolving when that first aired. And It was such a big mystery. I was like, what happened to Leah's dad? Like, is he dead? Did he leave? Or because it seems like Veronica seemed to have moved on already. Like she hasn't seemed affected by it. But Leah still holds on to her dad.
What were the theories? Like, that he died?
Yeah, a popular theory is that he died. Because Leah keeps crying over him. It's like, oh, he's gone. It's like, wait, is he like... I'm like, is he dead? Or did they divorce? Or like...
Right. I wish I could tell you. I am not sure. All I know is that Veronica's great. She's working her business. She has her mom moments. She's always in the crossfire. It's great.
And yeah, that is a very good job that's do for Veronica, and you know all the news the news stories and stuff. It's good recap for after everything like happens, right? So true, especially after like a commercial break or something. So I want to talk next about. So I'll talk next about Emily. Don't ask why she's a pirate instead of a Chaos.
Let me see.
She's a red. She's a red card instead of a white card.
Why is she a red card?
No idea. I think when they developed the TCG, they were only using like earlier designs. or earlier concepts. So I think Emily was in the future they meant for Emily to use red or Pyrus, but then they're like, let's switch it up.
Right. She makes all her Bakugan pink.
Yep.
Which is my favorite thing.
when Emily first was introduced, she was a sickly sister to Magnus, right? Julius Cho's character, and she's pretty much become the plot point to like what Magnus does in the show, at least for the first season. So how did you feel? How did you feel being able to explore more about Emily as we move on to season 2, move on to season 3, and so on?
It's interesting. Because like I said, I got cast as Veronica first. And so Veronica was kind of the main focus in terms of my like character development. And then Emily came in, and I think from what I knew, she felt like a smaller character that would pop in and out, and just, she gave the backstory of Magnus, and they had their relationship, but everything was kind of focused around Magnus and the way he felt about Emily and what he was doing for her and their family. And so she was there as like the adding force to that. Like she was kind of supplementing his story. So when I was building her, obviously knowing she was ill and she wanted nothing she didn't want her brother to get hurt. The love that she had for her brother, the love that she has for her family of just her and Magnus, that's something that I could relate to because, I'm very close to my family. So I was able to pull from that. And, I had a lot of questions about Emily. Like, how did she transport from that scene in the beginning?
Yes!
I don't know. She was there and then she was gone, and we never really found out why.
Yeah, everybody's been wondering that too. But is she magical, or like does she have hidden powers, or more unexplained AA Animus technology?
Yeah, I think let's go with the Animus technology. I think it's AA Animus technology or the power of love. It's one or the other. But yeah, she was so sweet, all she cared about was that she loved her brother and she wanted to be with her brother and she wanted to, have her brother around, and he was never there for her. So that kind of built into her storyline, which was really amazing. And I think it went from Emily kind of really needing the support of her brother to then finding her own independence and figuring out who Emily was on her own, which is why we see her then, we see builds of her character, like her big moment when she's in that battle. And, we see her getting really angry when they judge her friendship, which was my favorite episode to record. I loved that one.
That was top 10 for me, because it builds up China Riot's character, you build up Emily's character, and the interaction between you and Josette Jorge, I've spoken before. That's amazing. I
just love Josette. She's so freaking talented and amazing. She's such a firecracker. I love her. And so we didn't get to work with each other in the booth, but I could hear what she was going to do as China Riot. And so we were I just knew where she was going to go with it. So it was really great.
Oh, so you were on the receiving end. So she recorded first, and then you did your recording.
Actually, I recorded first, but I could hear in my head how she was going to sound.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was able to kind of channel the way that she was going to deliver it, and then deliver it when I was watching it and, dubbing. But it was, I love that episode so much. But yeah, I think that's where Emily goes. She goes from really needing her brother to then finding her own independence, and then, learning how to brawl, getting her own Bakugan. So I love Emily. She's just so much fun to voice.
She's a very developed character. We see the anger side, which she gets from Magnus, right? And then we see indecisiveness, which is probably her own thing, right?
Which is another great episode. I love that episode.
and then we also see we also see a chibi version of Emily. You know, when like the first episode she comes back in Armored Alliance, she says, "Oh, I text Magnus every day, and then sometimes he'll reply to me."
Yeah. I love that episode too. It was so cute. I just think that the writers really had fun with Emily. They just took her naivety and they ran with it, and they grew her into, you know, who Emily is today. So love her.
Do you see Emily like being a more of a more significant role in future seasons?
Love that. I would love that. I can't speak about season 5. But what I can say is that, you know, because they've taken the time to develop her, Emily will always have room to grow and to explore. And so I hope that the writers take that into consideration when they're writing the new season, and they're looking at how they can build Emily, make her more fun, because I think she's really quirky, she's funny, she's cute, you know, and just grow on those things, especially the comedy. But that's just my own bias, because I just love anything to do with comedy, and I love performing comedy. So yeah.
So you know how to like tell a joke every now and then, huh?
Maybe. I never ever would I do stand up, but I love improvising. That's like one thing that I really like to do when I do my work. I love to throw in a little line or two that's kind of catches everybody off guard.
Stand-up is probably like one of the most nerve-wracking things to do. Like I don't know how Nigel Ung or like Bill Burr. I don't know how
There's no way.
big stand-up comedians do it.
Very, very nerve-wracking. Too nerve-wracking.
It's like if I ever did stand-up, I'd probably bomb. Even worse, like Statler and Waldorf would probably like heckle me to like the ends of the earth.
Oh no. It takes practice. It's a skill. You have to build that skill for sure, which I do not have at all right now. So
I mean, it could happen. I think you'd be capable of it.
Maybe. I mean, I'd have to really like commit months and then focus and then go from one stand-up show to another. Just keep going until you figure it out, you know?
But right now it's just voice work, right? So it's just acting.
My whole life is just voice work right now. I do a little bit of film and TV, but voice work runs the show.
Speaking of film and TV, you did Blackout, right? That was a horror web series.
I did do Blackout.
That was that's really different. Like I've seen a few horror films myself. Saw obviously Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Right. And I think like one of the earliest horror films I'd seen was like Jacob's Ladder. I think that's a horror film. But Blackout is more so a documentary supernatural series, right? So
yes. Yeah, it was so much fun to do.
It was different than what you were used to doing, like all the kiddie, happy-go-lucky stuff, right?
Oh yeah, because animation is so, you know, it's so innocent and sweet and very joyful. And then to book something like this, I was very shocked by it. I actually channeled Veronica for that series because
of news reporting, right?
The reporter. So I even dressed when I went for the audition. I was like, okay, I gotta dress a little bit, you know, sleek. And I was thinking about Veronica.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did. And you know, I channeled that. I even used that voice during my audition, which I think really sold them. They were like, oh, I love your cadence, because, you know, when she's reporting something, she'll always end here, you know? And so just the cadence and the way that she's saying everything, that's what sold them. So that was a great project. We did the whole series over a few weeks. I think it was only 14 days. And they were long days, but really committed team. And it did pretty well on YouTube. I wish we could get another season, because from what I was hearing from the creator, the next season was going to be just insane. Unfortunately, we didn't though. But
I think you were nominated for an award for that series too.
I
Congrats, by the way.
I was nominated for Best Actress, which was a huge honor. I didn't win, but it was so amazing to be nominated. I really love that project. I put my whole soul into it.
Last year, you were nominated for an actor award, and I was in Texas at the time, so I think that was in like March or something. Oh wait, no, I wasn't in Texas. I was in Tennessee. So
it was in that.
Yeah. Okay. So I was probably in Tennessee at the time. So
yes, yeah, yeah, that was great. I was actually nominated with Josh, and he won.
Yeah, Josh won that one.
I know, and oh my god, I'm so proud of him. We were just celebrating. It was such a beautiful moment, and yeah, it was just so lovely to be nominated with your partner. Is just a fantastic feeling to be able to share that with someone, and it was wild. I loved it. I was just honored.
I saw his acceptance speech as well. He thanked you for helping him.
Yeah. He's so sweet. He's a great support, and just to be there. Unfortunately, we couldn't be at the place where they were giving the awards because of COVID.
Yeah.
So everything was just digital, online, and virtual. But just being with him to watch it with him and seeing his face and how kind of nervous he got when his speech came on the TV. It was so cute. So I loved it.
So how instrumental have you been in helping out Josh in his career?
It's interesting because we both kind of started at the same time, and when we met, we were both kind of in the same place of our career, and it's just been amazing to see how each of us are growing and just helping each other in terms of like what we're used to in each other's career, and bouncing ideas off one another and helping with auditions or listening to auditions, or there will be a moment where he'll run to me and be like, okay, how would you say this line? And he's like, okay, cool, and then he'll run back and kind of take those suggestions, and I do the same. And we're both very, very creative and extremely ambitious. So we work really well together in terms of that. Like we bounce ideas off of each other really well. And I think he's been more of a support to me than I've been to him. I will say, like he's always there for me no matter what. Not that I'm not, of course I am, but I ask him more. I'm like, please, I need your help. So.
Oh, that's very sweet. I love it when like couples work together in like the same industry,
Yeah, it's great. Like he understands, and not many people understand the intricacies of this business. So to have a partner who really gets it, everything, the highs and the lows, that's just it's so important. And he helps me with my self-tapes. And the only reason why I remember that is because my little self-tape get up is that blue thing over there, so he'll help me set that up, and he'll be my reader, and it's great.
How did you two first meet, though? I remember scrolling through when I first followed Josh, and I was interviewing him and all that. We were talking, but he never. I don't think he told me that how you two first met. I didn't want to bring it up during the interview, because like it was a private thing. And then now you brought it up. Now I have to ask.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we first met on an animated show together, actually.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, it was Mysticons.
Oh, Mysticons.
Yeah.
You were nominated for an award for that, too.
I did get nominated for an award for that. That was so fantastic. That was the first show that kind of launched my career, and I'm going to be forever grateful to Shanjara and Matt Ferguson, who brought me in, and they trusted me even though I was a complete newbie, and they let me do what I wanted with Piper, and I love that show with all my heart. And I met Josh from that show too, so that show is extra special. But yeah, he played Casey, which was a pirate, and I remember meeting him, and it was just like whatever, and it was super platonic, and then we just went for coffee one day, and it just I guess sparks flew.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, he's the best. 6
years you guys have been together? 6 or 7?
It's been a while. We've been together. No, not 6. It's been 4.5 years.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah. That and you two are so cute together.
Thank you. He's awesome.
But and you both are working on Bakugan together now too. So
yeah,
extra plus.
I know. Oh my gosh! Anytime I get to work on a show with him, it's just such a pleasure. It's always so strange though, because I'm like, oh, are we going to be able to like be in a booth together? And that hasn't happened yet. So we haven't been able to do ensemble together yet. But we always, we always chat about the scripts and the character and where it's going, and that's great.
I think I only remember one scene where you two both play characters that are in the scene together. It was Crystal Blue and Everett Ray, and they were in the forest. Crystal Blue's spinning the Bakuko with her finger, and Everett's using a Darkest Centipod. I think that was the only scene where like you two were together because they were on the same team.
Yeah, that's right. They were on the same team for once, and I remember watching that, and I'm like, why is Everett there? And then I was also like, but why is Crystal Blue there? That was the thing about Crystal Blue that I didn't quite get. Like, it felt like Crystal Blue, she wasn't sure which side she was on, or you never knew what side she was on.
Yeah, she seemed like she was like on, like sort of doing things in her own interests, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, which I liked. She was just kind of, oh, I feel like being on this team today, or I feel like helping these guys out today, and
she's a rogue, pretty much.
Yeah, she was rogue. She was rogue, which was really cool.
For Crystal Blue, there was one episode that I really liked seeing. It was her in Vestroya, and Magnus was there, and he and Crystal Blue were saving the Kobo colony. Crystal Blue was working as a translator.
I remember that.
I likened that episode and compared it to like the Seven Samurai, where Magnus instead of saving them, Crystal Blue's like kind of like the angel, where like she's the translation, she's like the translation angel or translation fairy or something like that, and helps the hero translate what these villagers are saying, right? But then
that was a big moment for Magnus, wasn't it?
Yeah, because like Magnus, instead of swooping in, like saving the day, beating up that bad Bakugan, he's like, no, I'm not doing it, you guys do it.
Yeah, which was really great. And I loved Crystal Blue because she really stayed neutral throughout the whole thing. She was just purely translating, and she let Magnus make all the decisions. It was great.
It was ironic because you also played Emily, which is Magnus' sister.
No, it's so strange when those things mix up. And Julius is amazing. So whenever Magnus was on screen, I could hear what Julius would do. Like, because, usually Julius would come in first, so they'd play me a little snippet. And, oh man, he's so good. He's perfect as Magnus, isn't he?
Yeah. I've met him, actually.
You met Julius?
Yeah, I met him in the summer. He was here shooting, I think I can say it now because he announced it. He was shooting the Spencer Sisters.
Nice, good for him.
Yeah, and that's where I met up, and that's when I met up with him, and he treated me to pancakes, and like, we were hanging out, and like we went to the Human Rights Museum. We were learning about stuff.
Wow, he's a great dude. Mm-hmm. He started the same time I started.
Yeah,
we would go to classes together. Like, I'm not together, as in I would see him in those classes, and I was always like, Julius, he'd be like, Anna, and we would always just have that connection. And we went through the whole process of going to the classes, meeting the casting directors, all of that, kind of at the same time. So to see his career grow, it's a wonderful thing.
Some say it's a brother-sister relationship.
I'd say so, 100%, 100%.
Speaking of Crystal Blue, like it's really a far cry. Like Emily's more high pitched voice, and Crystal Blue's like low pitch, monotone, Anakin Skywalker kind of.
Yeah, definitely Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, I just wanted to try something different. I saw a picture of her, and they wanted the direction to be. They wanted the monotone kind of robotic-esque voice, and I just thought, well, robot is a little difficult, but we can definitely make her a little bit just chill here, one tone. Compared to Emily, who's much higher up in my register, and she's just like, please, just more heady. So I wanted something a little settled down in the throat. Yeah.
It helps differentiate the characters, right? Because, like,
exactly.
otherwise people are going to catch on.
Exactly.
I didn't know that you were voicing Crystal Blue until I saw the credits.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm like,
wow, that's a huge
damn,
compliment.
who's voicing this character? And then I'm watching the credits, like, wait, Ana Sani?
That's so great. I love that. That's always my favorite. Yeah.
For Crystal Blue, she was a very mysterious character. In fact, I think she was very talked about when she first appeared in Geogun Rising. She was very talked about because her early design was leaked out, and everyone's like, "Who is this? She looks interesting. Is she an Aqua's brawler? Because she's blue, right?"
It was released out.
It was leaked out, yeah. The early trailer got leaked out for Geogun Rising before they actually officially released it, and then it was Crystal Blue spinning the Baku core with her finger, and then everybody's like, "Oh, who is that person? Who is that person?"
That's so interesting. So oh wow, it got leaked. Where was it leaked on?
It was on YouTube. I think somebody inside Spin Master or someone in the Invitational, I think, may have recorded on their phone, because the Invitationals that year was like remote, and they did show the trailer there. But nobody was allowed to publish anything, right? Nobody was allowed to screen record. Nobody was allowed to record. But I guess somebody slipped through the cracks, used their phone like this, and then posted it on YouTube.
That's cheeky. Oh wow. So that's crazy. I love that. I didn't even know that she was in the trailer doing that.
Yeah, she was in the early trailer.
But her design's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
When you saw the design, were you like, "Oh wow, this is gonna be an interesting character," or something like that? Was that your first impression?
You just know. She just has that vibe of her. And then when you find out kind of like the descriptives, you're like, "Oh, she's mysterious. What is her purpose?" And she likes beans. Why?
And do you see Crystal Blue being creatively a lot more, I asked this question with Emily, but do you see her more significant as the show goes on? Because I think she's interesting.
Yeah.
She all of a sudden gets Lord Bracken is trying to win her over.
Oh.
Using that, first of all.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. She's interesting because I think the writers, just like Emily, had a lot of fun with her because they didn't know where she was going or which side she was on. And so because of that, because she was rogue, as you said, you could do anything with her. She has so much room to grow, and she can appear in any place at any time and then, share something about her that you wouldn't know, which is why I think the beans thing was really funny, because it was so unexpected. No one would ever think, oh, we're going to do an entire episode on Crystal Blue's hunger for beans,
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely opportunity for her. And I think if the writers choose to, she can go pretty far. So I'm excited to see what they do.
She has one of the coolest Bakugans too, Apophix.
I know. Yeah.
I personally like it.
Yeah, me too. It's a difficult word to say. It was one of the words when we were dubbing that I had to say so many times. And they were just like, nope, not yet. Nope, that's not it. It's Apophix. I'm like, oh, okay. So, but I love the design.
Yeah, Apophix is really cool. I like the toy design. I don't have one, unfortunately.
Do they have toys out for Apophix?
They do. There's a diamond version, then there's a regular version, and then there's a Ventus version, and that's about it.
What's Ventus?
It's the green one.
Oh, the green one. Got it.
Yeah, Crystal Blue, and honestly, I don't have the Bakugan, but the card's good enough.
See?
This was a limited release, actually.
Oh yeah, how'd you get that?
It's a starter deck release. So she's a one of in a starter deck, which is 3 Bakugan. You get a 40 card deck, And
but is it guaranteed you'll get crystal?
Yep, you're guaranteed to get this in that specific starter deck.
How many cards do you have?
A lot.
Can I see?
Oh god, I have this whole box.
Please show me.
Okay. I have a binder here. Then I have like 3 or 4 boxes worth of them. It's like full of them, and then I have another covered, I think. So I'll show you some cards.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
And then there's there's the Pyrus.
Oh! Whoa!
And then here's the Ventus.
You have them color coded too. It's like my dream. Bring it closer so I can see it. Oh wow!
Sorry, it's a little bit. It's one of these zip up binders, so it's a little heavy.
Yeah, a little heavy.
Let's move on to Aqua. I think Everett Ray might be in here.
Oh my gosh, you have such an amazing collection.
Oh, this is not even half of it.
That's not even half of it?
Not even half of it. There's like there's boxes and stuff that's like I need to organize. Then there's Chaos.
And then you have your main decks.
Yeah.
Can I see? Well, you don't need to show me what's in your deck, but can I see your deck?
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's 40 cards. So like a deck's 40 cards, but there's 3 Bakugan in it. So 3 Bakugan 40 card deck. It's kept in this box.
And then can you explain to me like where do you go? Wow.
It's in a
So where do you go and play?
I usually have friends over. Usually there's there should be organized play, but Spin Master hasn't made it happen yet. So we just meet up with some friends at my house sometimes. So we record stuff.
So cool. And I know that Julius and Dev both play.
They do, yeah. Julius and I didn't get to play when we met up here a long time ago, but we'll eventually play together.
Yeah.
I think the deck that I made for Julius, that was the one I built for him.
You built a deck for him?
Yeah, it was like it's all Darkus, complete. All of it are Nilius. All of it is Nilius, and like it works actually. Like competitively, it's viable.
What?
I didn't expect it to happen, but like I was testing it with some friends before I actually gave it to him, and I'm like, oh dang, this is actually good because I won every single one of them. Maybe I'm just a good player, but
well, that's probably part of it, right? Yeah. I actually saw one of your shorts recently of you talking about how viable Emily's deck card was.
Yes, Emily is like a burn card. She's like one of the most essential cards in like whatever deck you're building with her.
Crazy. How's Crystal Blue?
Oh, she's viable. Like she's very simple. You draw an extra card every turn, and like Aquos does that all the time. Turn. Yeah, as long as she's on the field. So like you do that all. Yeah. So like it's for Aquos, you always draw cards. So she's needed.
Because she's Aqua, right? That makes sense. And then how about Veronica?
Veronica, I do see some people sometimes use her. But she only gives like damage pretty much.
Oh.
But she's not like totally she's not used that often, but I do see people using her sometimes. She's a good tech-in. That's what they would call it.
She's a good what?
She's a good tech-in. So like in case like if you feel like you need more damage, okay, I'm gonna switch out this card and put Veronica in. And just have it on the side a little bit.
And every turn she'll give extra damage.
Yep. As long as you have like more Baku cores than your opponent.
This is a very complicated game, but
yeah, dope. There is some complexity to it actually. It's not as simple as just rolling it on the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I have a question actually. So you have your Bakugan, and I saw you roll it because for Emily to work, you need to make sure it hits one of them, right?
Yeah, so like in Bakugan, you have to roll it on the field, and you have to make sure your Bakugan opens.
Oh, it has to open.
Mm-hmm, has to open. You can hit your opponent's You can roll it and hit your opponent's Bakugan and like roll them away to make sure they don't open. That way, you just get free hit in.
That is so interesting.
So in this card game, it's not like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, where you just slap cards onto the table, right?
Yes, yes.
There's actual skill and strategy, like physical skill involved in playing this game. That's kind of why I really like it, because like that's why I'm so invested in this franchise.
Interesting. Cool. Thanks for teaching me that. That's so cool. I had no idea that you actually had to roll your Bakugan and it has to open. So if it doesn't open, then your cards on the field won't work.
Yeah, pretty much. If you don't open, you pretty much can't do anything. You just let your opponent just like hit you in the face.
Yeah. Cool.
So it's definitely a game of skill and strategy, physical skill. Like it's involved.
Physical skill, literally. Wow.
Josh plays this game. I made his deck.
You made Josh's deck. That's right. He has. Oh my gosh, he keeps his deck. So he keeps all of his prized possessions in a specific place. And the deck is there, and he keeps it there. Yeah,
it's a prized possession. I'm so honored.
Yeah. Of course. He felt so honored. It was just like, oh my god, send me a deck. Yeah, he loves Bakugan.
Oh, I really like that the actors that are involved in the franchise are like get invested in becoming fans themselves.
I think it's awesome, and I think if you're a voice actor, you gotta love cartoons. Especially if you're doing animation voiceover, like you gotta love cartoons and you gotta watch cartoons and you get invested in cartoons. Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah, it's part of loving your job, right? So
exactly, it makes it fun.
What would be a thing that would break the community? You had a deck and you played Josh. Make a video of it and like
it would kill everybody.
It would explode.
It would be. I wouldn't know what to do though. Oh my! I'd be like, I would really have to have you on my side to help me, and then Julius can be on Josh's side. And then it'll just basically be you two playing, and we're just like, yeah.
Josh would probably be like, traitor.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd totally be in your corner, though.
Yes, perfect. All right, we'll set it up. We'll do it. We'll do 2v2. It'll be great.
Next time I'm in Toronto.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're in Toronto, right?
Yeah, we're in Toronto.
Yeah, I go to Toronto sometimes. So next time I'm in Toronto,
I'll
see if I can. I'll see if we can meet up. But this has been a really great conversation, and I really enjoyed having you. Thank you so much, Anna, for coming on.
Thank you for having me, and for just being so awesome and doing what you do. And I've watched your videos from the beginning when they first came out, and I always love your insight, and I love when you talk about Emily. They're my favorite. So please continue doing what you're doing. You're doing great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That means so much coming from you.
True.
Is there any projects you're working on currently that's coming out soon?
Any I can share right now, but I will say that My Little Pony is out on Netflix for anyone who's interested in My Little Pony, and I love my work in Strawberry Shortcake. I love Strawberry Shortcake. I think it's such a fantastic show, and everyone's put their whole heart and soul into that series, and that can be found on YouTube and Netflix as well. So if you're interested in My Little Pony or Strawberry Shortcake, please take a watch. And also, send me a little note and let me know what you think, because I love hearing people's opinions on the work that I do. So. And
where can people find you? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. YouTube.
Yeah, I'm lurking on. I don't really post as much on Instagram, but I'm always lurking on it, and it's Ana Sani 14. And I don't really post much on Twitter either, but it's the same, Ana Sani 14, and those are the major two places that I'm on. So
all links in the description below.
Oh
yeah, thank you so much, and thank you so much, Anna, for joining us on the BakuTalking Longer podcast. We learned a lot about you, and it's been such a blast chatting with you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, support BakuTalk by pressing the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, this has been Ana Sani, and thank God for Rapid Fire.
Bakugan PRO!